Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. One has to go through two last stages, and this is first what is called as Atma Khyati. Atma Khyati is recognition of oneself as someone other than the Panchakoshas. That is Atma Khyati. To indicate this, I'll give you some little example. See, we are caught at three levels as samsari. First, body identification. Second, desires. And third, greed. These three places are the three chakras. What we talk about the chakras, Mooladhar, Swadhisthana and Manipur chakra. These are the three places where the samsari is caught up. Because he is living as the body. So when we live as the body, there has to be desire. And when you have desire, it will further grow into greed. So if you look into our own life, our whole life is nothing but only these three things. If this is clear, then when do we start our spiritual practice? When we start working on our mind. We have to start working on our mind. And to work on our mind, we don't have to go anywhere. See, friends, wherever you are, there your mind is. But nobody wants to die. So also the mind doesn't want to die. Then the mind will start giving us suggestions, ideas. See? I think I should go from here to Himalayas and make a nice kutia there. See? And then come back. Because your mind is the same. And once you start working on the mind, then your whole approach to spiritual life will change. See, what is the approach? The real spirituality. When a seeker is born, be very attentive. We are samsari. Till such time we want to do something, we want to achieve something, we want to be perfect in something, we are samsari. Then when is a seeker born? A seeker is born when he starts working on his mind. Manasam tukim margane krite naiva manasam marga arjavan. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says that we are struggling to purify the mind, we are struggling through upasana to control the mind, we are trying to discipline the mind through yoga. Under these three disciplines, what is the presupposition? That mind is real. See, friends. And our whole life goes on only in this. Karma, upasana, yoga. And all of them are aimed at working on the mind. So that my mind is not extrovert, my mind doesn't have desire, my mind is well disciplined. If mind is there, then this is valid. So, find out what the mind is that we want to discipline. One day, one person asked me this question. Swamiji, I am unable to understand the mind. Where is the mind? I said, okay, start whatever I say and don't reply. Keep it in your mind. He said, okay. I asked him, 1 plus 1. Don't explain. Keep it in your mind. 2 plus 2. 4 plus 4. 8 minus 8. I said, now you tell me. He said 6. I said, I accept my defeat. How can you talk to such a person? We only complain about the mind. Complaining about the mind is a samsari. Working on the mind is a sadhaka. And when we start working on our mind, then a real spiritual seeker is born. All other things, kurute ganga sagar gamanam, vrata paripalana athava danam, jnana vihina sarvamatena, bhajatina muktim janmashatena. See, friends, every activity of our life is guided by the dormant desire which is in our heart. See, friends, now where is the desire? Desire is in the mind. Then what is the mind? So you start manasam tukim. Then we come to know mind is a transaction between two aspects of knowledge. One aspect is the I aspect, and second aspect is the not I aspect. See, like the example I gave you, this is a book. I know this is a book. So in this knowledge, this is a book. The I know is the I aspect. And I am not the book. This is the not I aspect. Now if you take any experience which is gathered through the mind, every experience has these two aspects, I aspect and not I aspect. Technically we call it as aham vritti and idam vritti. Now the next step. I know this stand, I know this camera, I know this glass. So I know three things. Is this I separate from one object to another object? I is common denominator. I know one, I know two, I know three. Now next step. When I entertain too many things, too many beings, too many projects, to that extent this I becomes fat. And that fat I is the one who is suffering. So when we are in our initial days of life and marriage, then we keep on accumulating the things in the house. Then as we become old, now another thing, we want to give them away. The whole life is collect, give away, collect, give away. But we have not learned from it. So what we have to understand, if we are entertaining too many objective aspects in our knowledge, to that extent our subjective I will be strong. So aham vritti depends on the entertainment of idam vrittis. So not I are many, but the I thought is one. See, friends. So who is it? I thought I am mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. I am doctor, patient, engineer, and politician. So many, many I. Huge fat I. Now, fourth step. Whenever any thought comes in our mind, any thought, there has to be a seed. And the seed is Mr. Somebody. Without the seed, a thought cannot erupt. Like without a seed, a plant cannot grow. All the plants are growing in the soil. We don't call them the soil's plant. If it is a mango seed, we call it a mango plant. If it is a apple plant. It is growing in the soil, but it is not of the soil. In the same manner, the thoughts do not come in the mind. The thoughts come to somebody. Like the soil is the mind and somebody is the seed. Now, next step, fifth step. Find out when this somebody was born. By birth, I am a man. By mistake, I became husband. So, being is man and becoming is husband. Go step by step. And then what is my attempt in life? As a husband, I want to improve the wife and then I will be happy. This is called as Ashakyanushthan. Impossible undertaking. See, friends. Then our whole life goes on. And this is the story of only one somebody. We are not one somebody. We are a poultry farm. We can imagine what is the condition of it is not only one seed, but we have got a granary inside. Millions of seeds. And thus, we are all the time disturbed, frustrated, angry, and I want to do this, want to do this, want to do this. Keep on doing and suffer. See, my friends. Then, next step. How this somebody is born? This somebody is born after body identification. Now here, there are three selves which are indicated. First is Mukhyatma, the real self, which is common. Like main space. Space is common, Mukhyatma. Now that space is imagined to be divided by the boundary on the soil. So Indian space, Pakistan space, Bangladesh space. So when the earth is moving, is the space above India is also moving? See? So original space is one. And then mithya space in the same manner. Original I is one. Mayi eva sakalam jatam, mayi sarvam pratishtitam, mayi sarvam layam yati, tad brahmadvayam asmiham. Original I is one. Not many. Now this I reflects in the body and gets identified with the body, and it is called as mithya aham or mithyatma. First is mukhyatma, the real self. Then after body identification, mithyatma, illusory self. See, friends. Once I was in USA, somebody's house, and when I went, there was a big wall and two doors on the side. And there was like a histogram. There were pictures from small to big and same dress. So I looked at it and went inside. Swamiji, have you seen that? I said, yes. You are a statistician because there is histogram kept there. He said, no, that is the picture of our son. For every year we have kept one picture. I said, is he here? Yes, he is here. Please call him. Then I asked him, out of so many, which you are? You are a baby? Or 2 years? Or 3 years? Or 4 years? Which image you are? See, friends. So, mithyatma is getting identified with the body. Now you see, kids, you ask something, suppose the child is maybe 10, 12, 15 years old. If you tell something to the children, Mummy, now I am not a baby, okay? See? So, which is the baby and which is not the baby? The body. So all our business is conducted after identification with the body. That is the mithyatma, illusory self. Why? Because body we have not created. Body doesn't listen to us. When this body was not there, I was there. In the body, I am there. When the body drops, I continue to be there. How can I be the body? And yet I am the body. This is mithyatma. Mithyatma means which appears to be but doesn't exist. Now we go to the third stage. After the mithyatma is accepted as real, thereafter the 2G scam begins. 2G scam is thereafter I am mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife and all that. And thereafter these guys, they want to do something. See? So what will be the spiritual practice if we want to understand all these roles that we have to play? Play your role. Don't get rolled up in that role. Come back to the body, and from the body, practice what it is like being other than the body. There is no adambar. There is no external support. There is no nothing required. But कुछ ना कुछ करने की खुजली है ना. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. Suffer, suffer. See, friends. And therefore, here the teacher tells us, this mind that you are talking about, it is creating all havoc, not because of the mind, because of the identification with the body. And when we want to work on this, then we have come to the Anahat Chakra. So now we are gone beyond the lower three. Body identification, drop. Desires, drop. Greed, no more. Now, where to live? Now I start working on the mind. And when we start working on the mind, we come to know more the objectivity is entertained, fat is the I, lesser the objectivity entertained, thinner is the I, zero objectivity entertained, I without thought. It is not aham vritti, it is aham without vritti. That aham without thought, thought-free I, that is migration from the Anahat Chakra to Vishuddha Chakra. This is called as Atma Khyati. Now I have discovered, I am, after discarding the Panchakoshas, what I am. Now after having come over here, from here a diversion takes place. Those who are engaged in upasana, they become guru and others are disciple. Till such time, the sense of otherness is valid. You are in samsara. Then we don't stop here. Then we continue. Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, 2nd verse. Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. There is not one I per body. There is but one reality expressing through all the bodies. And that is, now this Atma, the self, Aham, Atma, Aham, not body, now he as if migrates and comes to the Agya Chakra. And what is the Agya Chakra? Where Aham Brahmasmi experience takes place. Aham Brahmasmi experience is what? Although there is a perception of otherness, but there is no sense of otherness. Like when we look into the mirror, there is a perception of otherness, that I am looking into the mirror and looking at the reflection. But there is no sense of otherness because I am looking at myself. Bhagavan says in 6th chapter, Atma upammena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sa yogi paramo mataha. He who is able to look upon the world as he looks upon himself, meaning the perception of otherness does not contradict the experience of oneness. That is the ultimate. All other things are only stations on the road. They will come. But we don't have to get down there. Therefore, how these differences happen? It is because of these three things. Desha kala nyavastunam kalpitatvacha mayaya na deshadi krutontosti brahma anantyam sputam tataha. Because of this time, space and object, this has conditioned us, we have become somebody. Now when these three things are discarded, then there is no difference between the individual self and the absolute self. See, friends. And what is the individual self? Only two things, name and form. You will see everywhere throughout the world the same story. I want to be immortal. So what do? I make my own statue. And then I go and inaugurate it. And then I go and put a garland around. This is how it is called as Maya. See, Mayavati is the same. This is how the samsara is. Therefore here Bhagavan says, Desha kalanya vastunam kalpitatvacha mayaya. Kalpitatvan, they are only our own imagination. See? We have our own imagination. I am very beautiful. One day I was playing fool with girl. And me, her father, and that girl, we are going somewhere. In New Zealand it happened. And she said, Swamiji, let's go. There is see how beautiful it looks. I said, do you know what? What looks beautiful is never beautiful. No, Swamiji, how can you say like that? I said, for example, you look beautiful. Thereafter 3 days she did not talk to me. If I say, hey, let's go for a cup of tea, I am not beautiful, I am not coming with you. See, friends, Maya, it is all our own imagination. See what imagination plays a havoc. Original Jesus, with sharp features and long face. He migrates from there, comes to India, Kerala. Kerala Jesus is like Guruvayurappa. And from India, Jesus goes to China. One hair here, and slit eyes. See, depending upon our ability to imagine, we keep on imagining. If I do this thing, this will happen. If I give charity, this will happen. If I give donation, this is, friends, this is all rubbish. Friends, Nayamatma balahine labhyaha. The one who is a touch me not brand. For them, the truth is not available. Therefore, Desha kalanya vastunam kalpitatvacha mayaya na deshadi krutontosti brahmanantyam sputam tataha. And therefore, In the deep sleep, we continue to exist without identification with the body. So our existence is not dependent on body. Body's existence depends on us. See, friends, when you thus become extremely subtle and contemplative, everything is dropped. But instead of giving up the whole world, we keep on holding on to the whole world. See, simply chanting Tyage Naiki Amritattva Manusha, nothing is going to happen. Only one thing we have to recognize: Tyaga, renunciation means come to discover nothing is ours, including our own body. Then start living through the body. And for that, we don't have to change the body. We don't have to kill the body. No, let it remain. Who cares? Therefore, this Panchakosha Viveka is the most potent spiritual practice. And if you practice it sincerely, you will see wherever you are, it makes no difference. Yogarato va, bhogarato va, sangarato va, sangavihina, yasya brahmani ramate chittam, nandati 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 eva, bhaja govindam, bhaja govindam. Okay. Satyam jnanam anantam yad brahma tad vastu tasya tad ishwaratvam cha jivatvam upadi dvaya kalpitam. Now, after we have come to this conclusion that Brahman, the reality is absolute and no limitations of time, space and object. Now, this one appears to have become two because of the superimposition of some conditioning on the same reality. Now, the example that I am giving you again and again. I am simultaneously father as well as son. How it is possible? Why not? With reference to my son, I am a father. With reference to my father, I am a son. Have I become two? Exactly the same way it is said, Ishwaratvam Jivatvam Upadhi Dvaya Kalpitam. The same Paramatma with the Upadhi of Maya is called as Ishvara, and the same Paramatma with the Upadhi conditioning of the Panchakoshas is called as Jiva. And that is why Upanishad says, Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya Samanam Ruksham Parishashvajate Tayo Anyaha Pippalam Swadumatti Anashnan Anyaha Abhichakashiti. On the same tree, there are two birds. They are exactly alike. How much alike? Like our face and our reflection in a good mirror. Exactly alike. Now between these two, Tayo Anyaha Pippalam Swadumatti. One between the two is enjoying the fruits of the tree, and the fruit is good, ha ha, and the fruit is bitter, hoo hoo, constantly buffeted by good and bad experiences. And the other bird, Anashnan Anyaha Abhichakashiti, he is not getting involved in anything that is happening to this tree. Now here it appears as if we are talking about two. So the same tree, the same body, as a body happy, as jiva or husband miserable. See friends, therefore here one reality alone appears to have become two. So the creator and the created, like the water. Water with the conditioning of totality is called as ocean. The same water with the conditioning of individuality is called as wave. So when we go to the ocean, our attention is focused on the waves and we talk only about the waves. And when we jump into the waters, we talk about the ocean. And then we go to the water. Mr. Water As ocean, you are terrible man, but as waves, I enjoy you. What will the water say? Excuse me, gentlemen. What is ocean and what is a wave? From the water's point of view, there is neither ocean the cause or waves the effect. So one water with the conditioning of totality is ocean. One Paramatma with the conditioning of Maya is Ishvara. The same water with the conditioning of individuality is wave. The same Paramatma with the conditioning of the Panchakoshas is Jiva. So where is the difference between Ishvara and Jiva? Only one. See, one day one child asked me a very good question. This is very sad. That's what I told you. You are all my guru. I learn from every one of you. Every one is my guru. One child. He asked me this question. Swamiji, you say God is in our heart. I said, yes, God is in our heart. But then I am also in my heart. I said, yes, you are also there. Oh, good. Why? There are two of them. I said, yes, two of them. He said, that's wonderful. So why wonderful? He said, I'll give you one blow and tell. I did not give, God gave. I said, yeah, you are a genius. And therefore you deserve a good present. So I had some chocolate in my pocket, I gave him. Big bar of chocolate. When he saw, his eyes brightened. Thank you, Swamiji. I said, no, thank you, eat. He said, no, I am not going to eat. I said, return it back. I won't return. Then I'll give it to my sister. I said, sister, what will you give? She will eat. What you will enjoy? You eat? No, I won't eat. I said, then tell me why. The poor boy, he could not say what to say, what to say. After a few minutes, biting the teeth, then he said, Swamiji, do you have a sister? I said, no. Then you will not understand. He conveyed everything. He said that when I give it to my sister, I'll be more happy than if I enjoy. I said, my dear, now God is talking through you. Friends, when we are happy in getting the things, we are Jiva. When we are happy in giving the things, we are divine. Where do you want to go and see God? Tell me. We don't have to give millions of dollars. Even a sweet smile. Enough. Even two ants, when they cross each other, they shake hands and say, hi, how are you? And then go ahead. And we, see, it is so simple, friends. Spiritual life is not difficult. We have to only remember this thing. What is the conditioning that I am functioning through? Now I am functioning through the conditioning of a teacher. So I should remain as a teacher. That's it. But I should not continue to be a teacher whole life for everybody. No need. Story doesn't end. Now you are a Shrota, not Sota. So remain as a Shrota, you are one with the Lord. Therefore remember the mantra which I gave you. What is the God realization? Repeat after me. Wherever I am, whenever I am, whatever I am, I am 100%. That's all. And if we really remain 100% in the present, a single thought will not erupt in your mind. Then I have to do this, I have to do that. No, relax. You know, in Delhi, if you go and see, Delhi people are expert. They are like the bulls. When they see the red color, they bounce. Therefore, what they have done in Delhi, on the red light, there is a message: relax. Don't bounce like a bull. Similarly, relax in life. All that is needed is provided by the Lord. See? And slowly you will come to know that everything is within me. You don't have to go anywhere. See? Therefore, um, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Tad Vastu Tasyatar Ishwaratvam Jivatvam Upadhi Dvayakalpitam. Now, who created this Upadhi? The teacher says, Shakti Ishwari Kachit Sarva Vastu Niyamika Anandamayam Gudha Sarveshu Vastushu. Now, there is some divine potentiality, divine Shakti. What is that? That is a divine Shakti, Aishwari. Kachit Sarva Vastu Niyamika. It is the controller of everything in this world. The fire is always hot. It's not, oh, I forgot to sleep, I am a fire, it will be cold. No. See? The earth keeps on moving. A person sleeps as a doctor, doesn't become as an engineer. Think. This inner controller is the divine potentiality. See, friends, all our body functions keep on going. We don't know anything. Keeps on going. Who is controlling that? Therefore, Anandamayam Arabhya Gudha Sarveshu Vastushu. So, this divine power is activating and keeping everything in order from the Anandamaya Kosha, Vidyanamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, the Pranamaya Kosha and Annamaya Kosha. All of them are guided by this divine potentiality. See? And whether we know or we don't know, it is there. Now be very attentive. When we get too much involved in this Shakti, divine potentiality, we are able to discover many hidden abilities in us and they surface. And those abilities are called as the Ruddhi Siddhis, Anima, Garima, etc. And when you have anything great in you, you have to exhibit it. You can't keep it to yourself. One day I went to somebody's marriage and my friend received me, Swamiji, you have come, I am so happy. I said, wait a minute. His wife was also there. I opened his shirt button and he's that, diamond or whatever, that mala, it was half out and half inside. So I opened it and put the mala completely inside. And Swamiji, why you are done? I said, it was halfway done, so I did it properly. No, this has to be shown. I said, to whom? Anything you have to show. Another good experience. This happened in Shimla. I went to somebody's house, old couple, Sindhi. Sindhis don't have music except C.H. Atma. He was a Sindhi. Or K.L. Sehgal. He was a Sindhi. So, Soja Rajakumari. That was that. So when I went to their house, then Amma said, Swamiji, it will take 20 minutes. I said, no, no problem, do yourself. And I wanted to read something newspaper. Husband, oldie, he said, no, sir, no newspaper, you read every time. Now I'll get a harmonium. I said, I don't play that tabla pedi, I don't like it also. No. He got it on dining table. And then he said, Swamiji, I am learning music. My God. And then he opened that pumping thing and started, and no sound coming. He asked his wife, did you do anything? I don't touch your dabba since morning, evening, I'm fed up of you. And it was, I said, Maharaj, you have to pull the key. Oh, Swamiji, you know. And in excitement, he pulled the key, it came in his hand. And then he started, Sare, all Bhayanak. Now tell me, he has learned recently music, but he wants to show that if you have got siddhis, that you touch somebody and his pains disappear, do you think he will keep quiet? He will become Penananda. You have got pain? Go to that Mahatma. Go to that Mahatma. And then आए थे हरि भजन को ओटने लगी कपास. We see all these people, they are lost in this. This I learned from one great Mahatma. I had a very good friend, a Tamilian, his wife, very good, close to me, in Calcutta, many years before. So, I used to be a regular visitor to their house. After 4 or 5 months, again when I visited there, I came to know that he is not well. So when I asked, Amma, what happened? Swamiji is sleeping there. Please do not talk to him, do not touch him, simply watch from a distance. I said, why? No, his cancer has spread so much that if you touch his hand, bones break, cut like that. So don't do that. I said, all right. I went and he was under the mosquito net and I saw so pathetically lying down. I felt so bad. So as everybody, I also did. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Vishtivardhanam Urvarukam Yavandana Mrityurmukshimam Om Trambakam. After that, I went to see one Mahatma. Satsang was there. Never he has asked me this question. That day he asked, you want to ask something? Ask. Then I told, I said, sir, I have done this thing. Have I done right or wrong? That I want to know. Thereafter I will decide whether I should again do it or not. He said, what you have done, forget about it. Don't brood over it. And then he said, don't meddle in God's creation. He knows what is right for whom. This is devotion. This is spirituality. We don't have to change anybody's course of life. But we get so much involved and start improving the society and doing the social service. Social service is not spiritual life. But if the social service is done as a spiritual seva, then it is a spiritual life. See, friends. Therefore, Shakti Aishwari Kachit Sarva Vastu Niyamika Anandamaya Varabhya Gudha Sarveshu Vastushu. So this divine potentiality is present in every one of us. And technically, it is called as Kundalini Shakti. So when this Kundalini Shakti is awakened, then all the hidden potentialities start surfacing. So the first step, when this potential is invoked, we are able to get freedom to some extent from the body identification, then from the desires, then from the greed. This should happen. But instead of that, they imagine that the Kundalini Shakti is inside, and then whatever you think that you are, then they start thinking, yes, it is going up, some garam upar ja raha hai. And keep on imagining. You can imagine anything and it will happen. See, friends, the truth is, body is the content, pranamaya kosha is the container. These two are the contents, mind is the container. These three are the contents, the intellect, I is the container. These I is the, along with the other three, is the contents, and Anandamaya Kosha is the container. And individual Anandamaya Kosha is none other than the total Anandamaya. But our present illusion is, I am inside the body and the world is outside. Then what will happen? I will have somebody as friend, somebody as enemy. And when everything is included in me, see friends, be attentive. Whatever is included in the definition of I, we do not hate that. Morning we have studied Ishavasya Upanishad. Yasmin sarvani bhutani atmanneva anupashyati sarvabhutastamatmanam na tato yugupsate. He cannot have hatred for anything or anybody in this world because everything is included in the definition of his I. But when I versus you is there, then there are two options, either good or bad, friend or enemy, like or dislike. And whatever is included in the definition of I, it is beyond likes and dislikes. It is accepted as it is. See, friends, living with this wisdom is the ultimate. Then all the problems are born out of avichara kruto bandha vicharena nivartate. Because of incomplete thinking. Avichar doesn't mean not thinking. Avichar means incomplete thinking. What is incomplete thinking? I am only this body, that body I am not. Second, I am in bondage. I want liberation. I don't have this. I should get that. See, friends, you must have seen your kids. When for the first time their tooth falls, the tongue goes where the tooth is not. And the parents, mother tells, don't bring your tongue all the time like that. From there, the tooth will come like a pig's tooth. Don't do that. In short, where the teeth are, there the tongue doesn't go. Where the tooth is not, there the tongue goes. What the Lord has given us, that we don't talk. What we don't have, that we talk. Devotion. What devotion it is? See, friends, when you thus live with this wisdom, thereafter doesn't matter whether you are a taxi driver or you are a great doctor or you are a householder or you are an average person. It makes no difference. But our all problem is we want to become someone extraordinary, someone special. No. All spiritual life is discard the specialities and be commoner than the commonest. That is our essential nature. Therefore, here, vastu dharmanyam meram shaktya naiva yada tada anyonya dharma sankaryat viplavet jagat khalu. Now, if this inner controller, the divine energy, is not there, then the whole world be a mess. You can just imagine, sometime you get up and that day the fire is hot. Next day you get up, the fire is cold. Yeah, kya karu? See what a problem it will be. But it doesn't happen. Therefore, वस्तु धर्मा नियम्यरन शक्त्या नैव यदा तदा अन्योन्य धर्म सांकर्याद विप्लवे जगत खलु. And therefore, चिच्छाया वेशता शक्ति चेतनेव विभाति सा तत्शक्ति उपाधि संयोगात् ब्रह्म एव ईश्वरतां व्रजेत. Now be attentive. चिच्छाया वेशता शक्ति. Individuality and totality, this we have to understand. You take just an experiment, a big flat container and keep about 4 or 5 small bowls and let there be a lamp above. And thereafter add water, little water in each bowl. How many will be the reflections? 5 or 6, depending upon the number of containers. Then keep on pouring water to such an extent then all of them are submerged in the water. When the water surface will not be divided, like in case of the small katoris, the water surfaces were divided, is it not? But when all of them are submerged in the waters, there is only one sheet of water, then there will be only one reflection. There won't be many reflections. Exactly the same way. The potentiality to reflect is common, whether it is an individual container or it is a total container. Exactly the same way. When the totality is taken into account, in that totality, when the divine energy expresses, that is called as Ishvara, the God, the creator, the sustainer, the destroyer of this world. And when the same Shakti, the same divine potentiality is limited to one katori, one body, then it is called as Jiva. See? Water with totality conditioning is ocean. The same water with individuality conditioning is wave. See, friends. Now, next step. What this Jiva has to do as a sadhana? Drop his Jiva bhav. And how to drop the Jiva bhav? Starting from body disidentification. Therefore, again and again spend some time with yourself. When you are sitting quiet, just wherever you are sitting, except while driving. Wherever you are sitting, then you just start for few minutes. Sit like quietly. Now what it is like being other than the body. And as you do it again and again and again, one day it will click to you that other than the body means whatever are the attributes of the body, they cannot be mine if I am other than the body. Yes, right. See. So what are attributes of the body? Again start reflection. Body has a shape. 36, 24, 36. No, Swamiji. 62, 62, 62. Okay. Like a drum. So, being without the body or other than the body, what does it mean? No shape, no form. Now find out what is without shape, without form. So, the space is without shape, without form. Now start playing space, space. What must be the experience of space? नैनं चिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापः न शोषयति मारुतः. This is the experience of the space. Shastrani enam na chindanti. The weapons cannot cut the space. The waters cannot wet the space. The fire cannot burn the space. Air cannot dry the space. But air supports all. Air is not opposed to anything. Okay. So, now I am playing space, space. What does it mean? I am not opposed to anything, but I don't get influenced by anything. Somebody is eating non-vegetarian, how does it matter for me? Let him eat. No, everybody should be vegetarian. And your whole life, you are competing with the cows. That has nothing to do with spiritual life. See, friends, I'll tell you one of my experience many years before it happened. I was traveling from Allahabad to Howrah and they gave me one ticket. Those days, no flight, no nothing, even ordinary tickets were difficult. So one ticket was there, that kadak ticket, papad ka tukda like that. And I got into that train, and TT came. I said, which is my seat? He said, he is not reservation. Go, get out of the train. I said, I can't jump, I'll die. Talking in Hindi. Then again he came. You are not getting down. Then I thought, Hindi doesn't help. I started English. And I told, see, I got a lecture in Calcutta tomorrow morning. People will be waiting. I cannot avoid to go. Please allow me to go. I'll sit near the toilet. I will not disturb anybody. He being from UP, he didn't understand anything. English. Therefore, he said, ठीक है. That day I was so happy. See, Angrezi Maiya ki jai. And when I was just sitting on my suitcase, there was one person, he was sitting on the lower berth, and the middle berth person has gone somewhere. Upper berth person also was sleeping. And this person, he took out his bottle and started the liquid spiritual sadhana. And then when he became normal, then he asked me, how long are you going to sit there? I said, up to Howrah. No, you cannot sit there. I said, okay, I'll stand up. He said, no, you cannot stand up. I said, then what do I do? Come and sit with me. See, he gave me a seat. And then when he was drinking and all that, naturally the train and his balance was going. I said, wait a minute, I'll help you. So I took the bottle and put it in the glass and gave him. Others were looking, Baba ji bhi pita hai. See, and then he slept. His charan kamal were in my god kamal. And after about 8-9 hours, he got up, went to bathroom. He said, no, you cannot sit all night. Now you sleep. I will sit down. So I slept for another about 2 hours or so. And when I went to this Howrah, so many people came to receive me and the garlands and all that thing, Then he said, hey, you are a big man. I said, no, they are big. Rule is, those who give respect, they are superior than those who receive respect. He said, I don't understand. You are a big man. I kept quiet. He took out a big bundle. Those days, no 500 notes, 100 rupees. He took out a big bundle. I want to give you. I said, I don't need it. He said, no, I want to give you. I said, why you want to give me when I don't need it? He said, no, you are the first person who came in my life. Everybody has advised me not to drink. You never said a single word that don't drink, drinking is bad and all that. On the contrary, you have helped me. See, what is our approach? Our approach is imposition of our views on others. That is not seva. See, I am the victim of that seva. Imposition of our views on others. Swamiji, please take some more. No, I can't take. No, please take, Swamiji, please. I have prepared. And if you tell them, Amma, if I take it, I will die. Never mind, take it. That is not seva. See, friends. Therefore, here the teacher says, this Shakti is same. Everywhere it is the same. But then we differentiate. Holier than thou. Friends, these holier than thou characters are most dangerous. Simple folks are better. See, this word, a holy crook, I heard from a girl. Went to somebody's place. They must have made some picture. Swamiji is coming. Don't make any noise. Wow. So when I went, the moment I entered, I felt very uncomfortable in that house. And then she went to prepare the food, heat and all that. So there was, those days, there was only one channel, Doordarshan, not Doordarshan. And that cinema songs were coming. So I started that. And the moment I started cinema songs, So many children came out like the rats coming out of the hole. They came out and watching me. I said, hey, come, who is this? And I don't know anybody's name. So I just started, is this Madhubala? No, Swamiji, this is not Madhubala. You don't know anything. This is Madhuri Dixit. I said, I don't know Madhuri Dixit. Slowly, the eyes thawed and we became very close friends. Food was ready. I said, hey, stand in a queue. And then I said, come one by one. Everybody I fed food. Then I ate. And then while going, all of them came and hugged and all that. I said, hey, now leave me. I had to go. That small girl told me, Swamiji, yes, you are not a holy crook. I said, please explain. What is this holy crook? Then she said, no, so many Mahatmas come in our house and we are locked inside the room. Don't come out. Are they snakes? Or they are tigers eating us or what? See, friends, don't get lost in this goody-goody nature in life. Be simple. We don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. Our whole life is struggle. Don't struggle. This is what is the real spiritual practice. So, chichaya veshata shakti chetaneva vivati tad shakti upadhi yogan brahma ishvaratam brajet. Therefore, the total space and the individual space, same attributes. Like the total space is not contaminated by anything, similarly, the whole space is also not contaminated by anything because it is one and the same. Now, koshopadi vivakshayam yati brahmaiva jivatam pita mahaschaika putra potro yatha prati. Similarly, kosha upadi vivakshayam. When you take the conditioning with reference to the body, then you come to know Brahma eva has become Jiva. Like what? When the Brahman, the reality is conditioned through the body, he becomes somebody and thereafter gets identified with the body. Then so many things are born. But the substratum of all of that is one reality. Our problem is we are lost only in the upadhis, in the conditionings. When you ask a child, who is there? I am there. He is telling the truth, but we don't like truth. I am is who? I am a Dabbu. Dabbu, okay. Whose son? Why you have come here? We are not satisfied with the absolute. We want some kind of input. So, pita mahaschaikaha putra protru yatha prati. So, the same person becomes so many because of these relational conditionings. And therefore, friends, all the spiritual practice is this to be understood. Putra der vivakshayam na pitamaham tadvat isho napi jivaha shakti kosha vivakshane. Like when you discard the conditionings, then he is neither the father, nor the grandfather, nor the brother. When you remove the conditioning, he is a man in the same manner. When you discard the conditioning of the Panchakoshas and the Maya, what remains is Paramatma, and that thou art. It is here the Tattvamasi Mahavakya Upadesh comes into play. Tat means that, Tvam means you, Asi means are. You are that. How I can be Paramatma? It is something like, I tell one husband, look here, you are a man. Husband you have become. So why you have forgotten that you are a man? So Swamiji, get married, then you will remember, you will forget everything. See? There was one hotel, there was a board there. Our waiters are married. They know how to take orders. See? So who is becoming miserable is this somebody. The Jiva is miserable, Ishvara is not. Now, between these two conditioning, Our conditioning Panchakosha, Ishvara's conditioning Maya. Now you have to remove both conditioning. This is very subtle point, be attentive. I can remove your topi. I can remove my topi. I cannot remove your topi. In the same manner, Ishvara's conditioning Maya, I cannot touch. But my conditioning Panchakoshas, I have to work on. Therefore, in Tattvamasi Mahavakya Upadesh, what is meant is, when you are doing Tvam Pada Shodhanam, this word is Shodhanam for both Tvam Pada Shodhana and Tat Pada Shodhanam. So, Tvam Pada Shodhanam, here the word Shodhanam is purification. Purify yourself. Discard the body, the Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, and thus come to discover you are the substratum of them, but you are not influenced by them. This is Tvam Pada Shodhanam. And Tat Pada Shodhanam is what? You cannot remove the Maya of Bhagavan. Then go to 7th chapter of Gita. Daivi Hesha Gudamayi Mama Maya Duratteya Mame Vaye Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite. Second thing is, when you are living with yourself, practice Panchakosh Vivek. When you are leading with the world, practice devotion, love. We do exactly the opposite. I'll tell you my experience. One of my old friend, he had another old friend. So he took me, Swamiji, my friend had a heart attack and he is okay now. So please bless him. I went there. And just to light up the whole situation, I said, Uncle, congratulations. He was surprised. Congratulations. Yes, you had heart attack. That means you have heart. Without heart, how there can be heart attack? I thought I had got a joke, but it was a sorry figure. He became very miserable. After some time, he came to meet me. Those days, I used to get migraine, half headache. I suffered for 25 years. So, I was tossing on the bed. He came. I said, please come. After 2 hours, I am having migraine attack. I can't talk to you. He said, no, I will not go. So, why? Congratulations. You have head. Therefore, you have headache. I said, don't cut jokes. I am suffering. He said, do you remember when you came, what did you tell me? I said, yes, I remember. Heart was yours. Head is mine. We practice Vedanta on others. With others, love, understanding, help. In Vedanta, practice on yourself. Or else if somebody died and you go there to console that person, so talk that language and is required that time. Don't become Vedanti. See, next you are going to die. Right? No, not that way. There you have to play your role perfectly well. In this manner, these two upadhis, putrade vivakshayam na pitamaha, similarly, tadvanneshu na jiva shakti kosha vivekshane. Thus, all our spiritual practice according to this Panchakosha Vivek chapter is this only. Rise above body identification first. Then, the second part is the subtle body is called a jiva. And what is the jiva? Jiva is the one who constantly wants to do something or the other. Spend time in not doing anything, but not getting bored and not going to sleep. Begin with maybe a very small dose. Start with 30 seconds. Then again, start with 1 minute. Slowly, like you do the japa. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Same way. Give it a chance. And in that, two things can be consciously practiced. Number one, don't talk to yourself. Number two, listen to silence. Mind expresses as words. When you don't talk, mind is not allowed to express. When you listen to silence, words are of zero consequences. There also the mind goes back. Unmanifest mind is consciousness. Mind expresses as sounds. Therefore, they call there are four Vani: Paravani, Pashanti Vani, Madhyama Vani, and Vaikhari Vani. Although they are speeches, but they are nothing but expression of the mind where words are the media. Without words, you cannot think. Therefore, ya evam brahma vedaiva brahmavid bhavati swayam brahmano nasti janmataha punareshana jayate. Thus, concluding this chapter, Vidyananda Swami says, ya evam brahma vedaisha. In this manner, he comes to discover, be attentive, aham brahmasmi. See, friends, don't become a Babaji. Don't become an advisor. Don't become a great person. Remain simple. Like Paramatma. He supports everything, rejects nothing, but doesn't get identified with anything. He who is thus practicing this, then doesn't matter whether you are married or not married, whether you are educated or uneducated, it makes no difference. And to practice this, the best part is you don't need any external paraphernalia. Do yoga, pillow here, pillow there, pillow there, pillow under. See, friends. Do upasana, ghanti baja, tang, 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 tang. So, many times those who do not know, it's a great fun to watch. They are given this ghanti and the thing. And then Deepak, they do like this. And such a joy. In this manner, come to discover you are that. And what are the symptoms? Whether we have reached. Before you came over here, there was something going on in the mind. I have to reach there. I hope I reach in time. It is getting late. I don't know. Too much of traffic. Blah, 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 blah. The moment you reach here, so the topic of reaching is over. Because you have reached exactly the same way. If you have reached your essential nature, all your doing and undoing is over. Then, मौज में रहो. Then, life is a time pass. Nothing to achieve, nothing to protect. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.